and sex and your regular sex life is always addressed, and it's like many women, like it's off limits for so many women in the 9 month drain that they go through, in the 9 months duration of their pregnancy. You yourself spoke about how you lost your sex drive, and your husband was very understanding through those days. Now, what is it, the notions that surround a sex life during a woman's pregnancy, and then what does a woman feel herself? Can you expand on that and express to everyone watching today?
I think that again, people just feel like, okay, I mean, if when you're pregnant, they don't realize the kind of, like you said, moods, emotions, feelings, what you actually feel about yourself. That's so important.
Right.
Some days I would feel super like amazing and sexy and feel like, oh my God, I'm looking so, like hot with this belly and I feel amazing. And like, I would tell Seth that, I'm
Right.
feeling really amazing. Or he would say, like, you're looking beautiful. But there were times like in, post like 6, 7 months where I felt like of course I was exhausted and I couldn't get myself, to like get
Yeah.
up sometimes in the morning.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're just like, it's just a feeling of repulsion, you're just like in
Yeah.
a mental state where you just, don't know what to think.
Right.
And it's so, like I said, it's so important to have a supportive man. And
Yes.
most men should not put pressure on their wives to A,
Yeah.
look beautiful while they're
Yes.
pregnant, B, feel they're any less
Yes.
than, like when
Exactly.
they're not pregnant. That pressure shouldn't be there. Or the fact that, this is it and our regular sex life has to be completely like super active. It has to be according to the way what the woman feels
Right.
and what she's feeling at that minute. And
Right.
if your husband doesn't understand that, then how can he be the father of your child? How can he probably not? I mean, he has to love you in every form, aspect, every way. So
Yes.
I just feel that, it's a topic that probably, I've written in the book because most women feel scared to talk about it.
Yes. Yes.
They
No.
don't, or embarrassed to address it.
Here's what really, really impressed me about the book is that I think for the first time in a very long time, I've read autobiographies that have been brave. I had people, talk about their lives in their memoirs. But I think it's very critical. It's very critical for men and women to read your pregnancy Bible, because it really takes you through a journey, and it's a very inclusive journey. And that's
It
what
is.
I loved most about it, because I felt like it gave me as a reader, a viewer, into your pregnancy durations for both your babies. It
Yeah.
talked about your highs, your lows, your mid levels of emotion. It talked about your fears, your insecurities, and your happiness and joy as well. There's a lot of joy in the book. There's so much joy,
Yeah.
but there's also those deep, dark areas that women go through. And from what I
Mm-hmm.
understand, Kareena, what you're basically, the crux of what you've told us so beautifully is that it's so individualistic, and every decision has to be yours because you are the master and mistress of that decision. Whether it
Yeah.
comes to your breastfeeding, it comes to your personal sex life, it comes to your decision to opt for a cesarean or not, whether it's advised or not by the doctor, it's your own. Whether you choose to be active, you choose to be inactive, you choose to, I mean, you can only say like, yes, you recommend a dietitian, yes, you recommend a trainer, but if you can't, for various reasons, not have those by your side,
Yeah.
then you have to do what's best for yourself. And what my last question really in this stuff is like, how do you block all the noises? Because everybody has advice to give when it comes to pregnancy.
Yeah.
It's your family, your friends, everybody will tell you how to handle this or handle that, do this, do that, go there, go there. How do you block that noise and do your own thing? How does Kareena Kapoor Khan do that?
I think that, I mean, I am the kind of person that anyway, I think, I listen to everybody and I take it out from the other ear. I
Suno
do
sabki
what
karo
I
aap.
think. That is the way I live my life. I've done that even when everyone was like, oh my God, why are you doing this? Why are you getting married? Or why are you doing this? Why are you like, oh my God, now she's gonna have another baby, then another baby. And you know me, I just hear everybody and I'm just like, okay, this is it. I want to do what I want to do. And I think every woman, pregnant or not pregnant, should think in this way. Of course, it's a pregnancy Bible, but I also believe that even post delivery, every woman she should just be the way she wants to be.
Yes.
guilt-free, breastfeeding like you addressed, going to work, which even I
Yes.
go through. I think it should just be fearless, because that's
Be
the way I
fearless.
am and I've lived my life.
And I'm sorry I said that was the last question, but I'm intrigued about one piece of advice that I'd like you to give to women in your fraternity, in your entertainment industry. Myths that tell you that, pregnancy, being married, you've broken all those shackles. You're a massive movie star today. At age 40, you own your career. You own your life. You're a movie star. You have 2 children. You have a satiated personal life and an absolutely fantastic professional existence. You're shooting some of the biggest movies in the business as you speak, mother of 2. How would you like to talk to the women in your industry and say that please do not conform to these myths that say marriage is the end of the road, pregnancy is the end of the road, having children means you won't get certain kinds of roles? Just talk about how there's a plethora of entertainment work that's coming to so many solid actors, and they shouldn't be pressurized by these so-called myths that surround us.
I think that, when I got married about 10 years ago, almost a decade ago, at that time everyone was like, career's over, career khatam ho jayega, kuch nahi milega, ye, wo, and the typical things. But I think, you being a filmmaker, cinema is changing today.
Yes.
Actors, today the best of actresses are married, whether it's Deepika Padukone, Vidya Balan, I think everybody, and I think they all have, you know, followed suit, followed their heart, and are, flying. And filmmakers are, being brave enough to make films the way, whether it's Shakun and you making a film with
Yes.
Deepika, whether a film like Sherni today being made, or Amir Khan casting me in Lal Singh Chadda. I think that it's very, very brave of filmmakers to be giving us married women
I don't
what
even
we
call it
deserve.
bravery, Kareena. I just think
Yeah,
solid actors need to constantly work and do solid roles. Whether they are
absolutely.
married, pregnant, mothers, how should that matter? It
I'm
should not
happy that,
matter at all.
a mainstream filmmaker like you is thinking like that, because
Yeah.
that's just the way it is, otherwise, please, yeah, we can't even call it cinema then. I'm happy that, where this is where we are today.
Well, I'm going to end with 3 very quick rapid fire questions because how can we not be on the hot seat with you? But very simple family,
But
pregnancy
no
myths.
hamper. There's no hamper this time.
Well, the hampers, all the love you're getting in all the comments, I can see it's the abundant love. Very
Yeah.
quickly, and I'm going to say it's a bit of a, well, it's not a good choice to give any mother, but a romantic date with Saif by the mountains with a glass of wine, or a play date with your 2 children. What is your big preference after a hard day's work?
Oh God, what is my preference after a hard day's work? Oh, guilty, not guilty. It's a tough one, Karan, because I'm very selfish, and I love my time with Saif. And if I
Yeah,
don't get my time with Saif, I won't be good to the babies, because then I'll be
well
like,
done.
I want to be. So I think a half an hour with Saif, and then 1.5 hours with the babies.
Okay, fantastic. I love that. Also, whose advice do you listen to much more, your mother's or your sister's?
Oh, well, I think, like, yeah, my sister is, we're like, we're actually
She's
like
your
one.
pillar.
So,
She's your
yeah,
big, strong pillar.
she's, yeah. It's not possible. I can't think beyond her.
All right. Okay, fantastic. One thing that during your pregnancy you loved about Saif and one thing you did not like about him.
Oh God, I loved everything about the time with Saif, because we were in a lockdown and I got him completely to myself,
Yeah.
and which was amazing because we got a lot of time together.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I hated then when, like, if he had to travel and go away and I would be alone, and
Yeah.
there would be like times that, yeah, I would just feel a little lost and
Yeah.
didn't even want to like go out and meet family or friends, and I would be like, just lying in bed alone, and I would think about him. So I would hate it that he wouldn't be there, and then sometimes I would fight with him, so I regret that.
And what was your guilty pleasure during your 2 pregnancies? Or were there different guilty pleasures?
Guilty pleasure, I think it was all over Instagram, and it's pepperoni pizza. I'm obsessed. You know that I'm obsessed with pizza.
All right. So pizza was the guilty pleasure during your pregnancy.
It
Well,
still is a guilty pleasure.
well, Kareena Kapoor Khan, I am so proud of you. The
Thank you.
Kareena Kapoor Khan's Pregnancy Bible, the ultimate manual for moms to be, I believe it is, by Juggernaut Books, written with Aditi Shah Bhimjiani, I
Yeah.
really think that hats off to Juggernaut Books, to Chiki Sarkar, for actually even coming out with this fantastic idea to tell this story through you and
I
your
know.
experiences. And I think every woman, every man, and I don't make this about women because I think men need to read about pregnancy much more than women do.
Much
Because
more.
their level of compassion really has to be at an all-time high where it comes to their wives, their spouses, their girlfriends, their partners' pregnancy. So, I mean, I salute you. And I think everyone out there, the brave Kareena Kapoor Khan, who has actually broken myths, broken shackles, emerged victorious, maintains her superstar status, and yet has maintains a solid role as a mother, as a daughter, as a wife. Kareena Kapoor Khan, it was an absolute pleasure to do this Insta Live with you. We have
Yes,
we actually have so many questions. I wish we could take just one or two very quickly from the audio. Guys, you have a question. This is your last chance. We're going to actually ask you. Just take. I'm only getting lots of love coming your way, Bebo. Just love,
yes.
hearts, emojis. Uh,
Yeah, they're all.
Bebo, you look so cute. I mean, you're not cute. You're gorgeous. Okay. Anyone has a question? Anyone in the house who has a question to ask Kareena Kapoor? Oh, somebody just said Shersha will be a blockbuster. I love that. Oh,
Yes,
skin.
wow.
Somebody's asking for skincare tips. Do you have any skincare tips?
Skincare tips. Well, I think my mom has wonderful skin, so I'm quite like, I think I'm born
Qureshi
after
S.
her.
Qureshi S wants to know about skincare tips.
Skincare tips. I drink lots of water. I drink 3 liters of water a day. Yeah, lots of yoga and almond oil.
Almond oil. Okay, fantastic. How do you stay positive? Is the last question. It has come from Rashi Das World is the handle. Rashi wants to know, how do you stay positive?
I think that, I derive positivity from surrounding myself with a lot of positive people around me and not focus on the trolls, not focus on negative people. Like I just shut my door. They don't exist for me. And I think that makes me really happy. So yeah, I'm around happy people.
And sorry, the last question from Shikha Smother is like, how do you deal with weight gain post-pregnancy, which also happens? Did that happen to
Of
you?
course, yes. I mean, I put on 26 kgs and I'm still on my way to getting fit. But yeah, I mean, I think I go back, you try to take out at least 40 minutes 4 times a week and squeeze in a little bit of a nice workout and don't push yourself too hard. I think that is key. And give it some time because, if it takes 9 months to make a baby and, stretch the body, it will also take 9 months to 1 year to get back. So easy on yourself.
All right. Fantastic, Bebo. Thank you so much. And I beseech everyone,
Thank
I'm going to
you.
say this again, make this yet another flash for the Kareena Kapoor Pregnancy Bible, Kareena Kapoor Khan's Pregnancy Bible, Juggernaut Books. Well done, Chiki Sarkar, and thank you to the team, and also to your co-writer, Aditi Shah Bhimjiani, who
Yes,
actually helped you
being
put
the
this book
voice of
together.
reason and the voice behind this book. Aditi was actually the voice behind the book, and I mean, a heartfelt thank you to her for actually, putting this whole thing together for us.
Thank you, Aditi. Thank you, Jagannath. And most importantly, thank you, Kareena. Thank you so much
Thank
to
you,
all the
Karan,
thousands
and
of fans
love
that
you.
and I love you too. And we will now chat on the phone right after this.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you. Bye-bye.
Karan.
Take care.
Thank you. This live has gone on.